Oh, well. We live. Cat. Oh, that's awesome. Cat, how are you everywhere at once, all the time? That's amazing. No. Hey, my boy. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Dang, I ain't expect to have all these people. But hello, everybody, and thank you for coming. Even if you just stop by to check in and say what's up, that means a lot. I appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I just got a brief Q&A I want to get done. Not much, Cat. Just out here trying to get some content. Out here trying to provide some value. Mitch said I've been slacking, and he is correct. My boy Westside came through. Waiting on my boy Kel to join. Just gonna try to provide some value. Cat, I haven't had a chance to text you and ask you. Bro, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the love, man. But Cat, I've been meaning to text you and ask you. I want to have you on one of these. Possibly the one next Friday, if you're free. But I'll get with you about that later. Titus, my boy. What is good, family? We're going to provide some value. Lily, how can I? Y'all forgive me. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's one of those just do it. Done is better than good moments for sure. I have no earthly idea what I'm doing. Let me see. See if I can't get my guy invited. Huh? I can't invite Kev. Awesome. Thank you, Cat. Caleb, my boy. Cat, I already know how you coming. I'm actually kind of scared. I might have to do, ain't no money. I'm going to do a lot of homework if I have you on here. Sheesh. But just the amount of raw knowledge that you have. Love you too, Brody. Dang. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm trying to get my man Kel added. I could have sworn I... Just the troubles. I'm so uncomfortable right now, but that's why we're here. We're here to get uncomfortable, step out of our comfort zone so we can grow. Awesome. Yeah, he said he getting situated. Facts. That's a bet. Again, I appreciate all y'all for coming. I didn't think anybody was gonna come to the live. I didn't expect anybody to come to the live. I appreciate y'all though. This actually, to be completely transparent with y'all, this live is actually for like videos to be set up later throughout the week. But y'all can stay now. I mean, you're going to get these same gems later during the week, but you can stay now. Gonna be dropping some gems with my boy King Kel. As soon as he come through. Gonna drop some wealthy. I love this shirt. Gonna drop some gems to make sure we're all wealthy, to make sure we're all growing. Next time you do something like this, bro, say less. I need as many as I can do, bro. I tell you what, text me, DM me, and let me know a day you're free. I'm gonna do one with Cat next Friday, but we could do one like Tuesday, or no, not Tuesday. I got Tuesday. We could do on Monday at the earliest if you want to, my boy. We can get that. That's gonna be, yeah. I'd love that, bro. Give me just a second. Y'all forgive me for the lack of professionalism. I'm very much new to going live in general. This is my first time ever going live. That's a bet. Say less. I'm trying to think. Do I have your number? If not, I can just text you on here, but Thought I had your number. Might have been a while ago I had it. But bro, that's a bet. That's a huge bet. Let me see. Where is this man, Kel? Cat though, for real though, let me ask you that though. How are you everywhere all at once? Like literally, whenever I get on Instagram and I see anybody going live, whether it's Mitch, it's Honcho, I forget his real name, it's Darius, it's whoever it is, anybody I see that's moving, every time I get on their live, you're on their live, like all of them. Oh, he follows the other account. Okay, hold on, let me text him. All right, getting that settled and whatnot. But facts, yeah. Every time I get on a live, Cat is there at all of them, and I'm hopping around. So I'm like, all right, I can't be at this one and this one at the same time. So I'm like, all right, damn, I'm gonna listen to this one for a minute, then I'll go to this one. And she is in all of them. And not only is she in all of them, but like she's just not like, oh yeah, Cat's in there. It's like Cat's in there and she's commenting. Oh, there you go, my boy here. There we go. All right, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Let me see. I could have sworn I accepted it.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir.
Hear me
What's
yourself?
good, Brody? How you?
Yes, yes.
Awesome,
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Blessed by the best. Bro, when you went live, how
I,
often do you
tr-
go live
I
now?
haven't been going live lately, but try to go once a week, though. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's awesome, bro. Was it, are you like ever like nervous, or does that kind of just like,
You just got to
it
jump
don't
in
even
and do
phase you
it.
no
That's
more?
the best way to get over the nerves, honestly. Just doing it. Just doing it. Yeah, bro.
Did,
Just jump in.
hey, man. Okay, well, I ain't gonna waste any of your time. I know you're a very
Uh,
busy man. I'm gonna get right into these here questions. Unless you got something
oh, Cat,
to ask
what's
me,
up,
by the
Cat? How
way.
you doing?
You know, Cat be everywhere. I'm saying. But let me get into these questions. All right. We'll do it kind of like I don't even know what the word for this would be, but kind of like a relay. I'll ask the question,
Yeah,
and you can answer. Then I'll answer, and then we'll go on to the next question. And if you have any questions, feel free to just throw them in there.
for
We're here
sure.
as long as you want to be, my guy. It's a Friday.
Yeah, it's
This what
early out here on
we
the West
doing.
Coast, so I got time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, facts.
six
Yeah, you do.
thirteen right
What
now,
is it?
6:14. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh wow. Look at this guy. East side. Let me see. All right. First question: how can you develop a mindset of growth and
I would say
positivity in
just you have to start
business?
with yourself, honestly, and before you into the business part. So
Bars.
just what we always talk about, just your environment. So the people you're around, you got to make sure you're in the right
Mm-hmm.
rooms with the right people. So the people around you, right? You're the summation of the five
Mm-hmm.
closest people. So the people around you, what are they talking about? Are they talking about growing as a person? Are they talking about something that's
Facts.
negative? That's the biggest thing is your environment. Then also just with me personally, I just even became more conscious to like what I'm listening to as far as music, what
Mm-hmm.
type of thoughts I
Facts.
have, like even like framing like my thoughts, like, oh man, that was messed up. And I'm like, no, no, that's not messed up. Oh, that was a learning experience. So even little things like that, you just practice every day. And it's some people might sound crazy, but it actually does change your mindset. And then it translates over to the business world. Because you don't have rough days in business. Like
Facts.
that's
Amen.
the truth of the matter. But either you're gonna see it
Amen.
as, man, this is just so messed up, this is so devastating, or okay, this is a learning experience. I'm gonna take this learning experience and use it for next time so I can be even better.
Facts. Amen. 10 out of 10. You just leave me no space. It's literally, I'm just echo what you said. That was a perfect answer. Literally, you get out what you put in. So, and how can you develop a mindset of growth? You put in growth stuff. You hang around people who are growing. Literally, when I was blessed to be able to go on that trip to Puerto Rico with you guys,
Exactly.
just being in the room, just being around all, like, I'm sitting at the table. I have no, mind you, at this time I have nothing to my name. I haven't started my car rental business yet. I mean, okay, not nothing to my name. I have the wholesaling going on for
Mm,
me, but I don't have any assets at the time. So I'm sitting at the table and you guys are talking about, oh yeah, I just got another
yeah,
car. I'm like,
that becomes your
another car?
normal. Yeah,
I
that
don't
becomes a
got
norm
any
for
car.
you.
Right. Right. It becomes like, oh yeah, you ain't on this
Exactly.
yet. You're not growing. What you trying to do? Who it's the whole mindset thing. I think it was Earl Nightingale that said, your mind is like it's like ground. It's like a farm. Think about it. Whatever you sow, that's what it's gonna bring back. So if you sowing, let's just say ridiculous stuff, you say, oh yeah, I want to be rich, but you're not sowing the seeds to be rich. You're listening to the same music,
Exactly.
watching the same TV shows, hanging around the same people who
Exactly.
you're not gonna go that way. You're gonna be dude. So just exactly what you said. I agree 10,000%, my guy. All right. Next question. How does ooh, words. How does visualization impact business success, and how
That's
can you leverage
everything.
it?
And it connects with the last question. Like I said, being in that environment, but actually seeing like your success as well. So, um, like for me, for example, I like to go to just different nice things. Like I'm out here in LA, and so I'll
Mm,
go to the West Side, which is
facts.
like Malibu and Beverly Hills, and just see different things
Mm,
going on. So of course, Beverly Hills, you got people riding around in Rolls Royces and Ferraris, and just seeing that. Just at least for me personally, I'm sure other people it inspires me. Or you go to Malibu and you seeing like just the whole Pacific Ocean and just seeing multi-million-dollar houses, and that just motivate me like, okay, this is a real thing. It's not just some type of like crazy thing you see
facts.
on TV or as far out. It's like, no, I'm right here in the mix of it. I'm seeing it with my own two eyes. So just
Facts.
seeing is believing for real. It really is. It really is.
Amen. And getting like and piggybacking off what you said, just again, when seeing it, it really becomes a real thing. Like when I went to Atlanta and I found out like Atlanta is huge, huge, huge. I think of it like Wakanda, and that's kind of over. It's just black folks grind. It's just black millionaires everywhere, and I'm seeing people that look like me in a place that I want to be, and I'm like, oh wow, like I knew it was possible before, but like, dang, it's possible, and it makes it all the more when like, not only when you get to see it, like when you like in visualizing it, but like when you're there and you get to go hang out with these people. When I got to hang out with y'all, that meant the world to me. That was awesome. Just being in that room and getting to grow. Not to mention, and I might get picked out a little bit for this, but visualizing for me, it helps me
Mhm.
helps me plot out my goals better, right? And visualizing where I want to be. Like, all right, I want to be this successful, and then it helps me kind of get to
That
planning my
makes
goals
perfect
better. I
sense.
don't know if that makes sense, but like I see, I want to be here, so
Yeah.
these are the goals I need to set, and that just helps me set my goals better. So facts, and dang, that was pretty cool that it piggybacked right into it. I didn't come up with any of these questions, by the way. Okay, how do successful entrepreneurs overcome self doubt and build
Um,
confidence?
I was just say, really, like I said, again, just go back to it really goes back to you and yourself and just building yourself up as a person. So, like I said, just
Right,
believing in yourself. And then, like I said before, just that environment. So, you'll get the confidence from somebody else. You got to get it from yourself, but you also get it from your
mm,
environment as well. So,
bar,
like you said, you seen us at the table, we're
bar,
talking about just different business things. Like, okay, I just got this car. I just got this car. It's like, okay, I'm in the same room with these same people, and they all able to get these cars and have
mm,
a big fleet of cars or achieve whatever goal. It's like they're like, okay, I can believe I can do it then.
facts,
So that's how you get self confidence. Just again, just being
right,
in that environment with people that's already doing it. Instead of just if you just limit yourself and you're
facts.
not in that positive environment, then you won't get the confidence to do it. You could, but it'll be more difficult.
Amen. Right, facts. And again, like being in that room, it helps to hear like the horror
Hmm.
stories that's gone wrong with other people. That learn from that as well. It's like talking to you,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, I had to repo this one time, and I was like, dang, that's I don't want to do that. And you're like, oh, you won't have to do that if you do this. So I got to learn from that, and I got to also see that even though you've been through all these things, that's like, dang, that was tough. That's a L. That's a L. That's a failure.
Hmm.
You came out on the other side winning
Exactly.
now. So I'm like, okay. So when I take these, I'm gonna learn from them. And
And
I'm gonna
yeah,
like
become
Kel. I'm gonna
confident
learn
from
from
it.
them. I
It's
done
like
seen
okay,
Kel get
you didn't heard from somebody who's experienced the worst. Like when people think about doing cars or anything, but the cars in particular, it's like okay, damn, I got to repo somebody or what if my car crashed? Like I had a car
back.
that got totaled. I was just like, oh, okay, cool, it got totaled. Like it didn't even affect me. And then, but that confidence and transpires over to other people. And I've got confidence from people like that myself. Like, okay,
Mm,
they're not worried about this issue in business because they've been through it and worked through it. So I feel more confident to even pursue this thing, whether it's the cars, e-com, whatever.
facts. Facts. Bars. Oh, and just I'm gonna take a brief second from the questions. I just like to hear this. Maybe it's just for me, but like, can you flex your credentials right quick?
I'm
How
at 10
many
right
how many
now.
rental cars you got right now? Stop it. At 10 rental cars, and I don't know if you're comfortable sharing this number, but how
DJ, what's
can you
good,
share that number?
my
Like
guy?
how
Go ahead.
much your business is? Can you share that number? Like how much your business is making? Like on a monthly?
It's
Can you
doing
share
some
that?
numbers. It's going to, you can say like close to, for you, I'll do it. It's close to 20. There's, I have to,
It's close to 20.
give the real because I'm on your live. Yeah, it's close to 20, and it's still growing.
Bro, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, and I appreciate you sharing that. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I
No,
probably should
you
have asked that
good, bro?
before we got
Yeah,
on here. But facts. That's fact. I just wanted them to like the people in the live to know like who's this random guy Shamon's talking to. He's the real deal. I didn't just bring him on here just because he's a handsome dude. I brought him on here because he knows what he's talking about. He's an entrepreneur. Facts. We're going to get into this next question. What defines the entrepreneurial mindset,
say that
and
again.
how can it drive success? What defines the entrepreneurial mindset? Like what makes entrepreneur? And I know that's 1,000 things, but it's gonna be hard. But like, pick one. What defines the mind of an
For
entrepreneur?
me,
The mindset.
I mean, it's not, that's you could it could go many ways. For me, it's just being just
Right.
brave to actually even do this. And I respect anybody that works in 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have the 9 to 5. You know, you have the security of that company, and what comes with it. You already have the systems built. You know, you have that paycheck coming. But being able to be brave and
Facts.
go through those adversities and keep going and keep learning and just, I think that's the biggest for me in my version. That's what an entrepreneur is, just to be able to brave and jump and keep going through those adversities and keep building and keep
Amen.
learning. And you don't stop learning. So
That bravery.
you
Facts. And
don't stop
say that
learning,
again. Say
like
that two
ever. Like,
times. You don't. That's a part. That's the part that's plagued me here recently.
yeah,
Not recently, because I've been getting in rooms with people who like,
yeah,
oh yeah, he knows better than me. And like, you gotta understand, I'm a young dude. Like when I was 18 and I found out about wholesale real estate, I thought I had just one life. I thought, okay, I know everything. That's everything I need to know. Cool. I'm not taking in no more knowledge. Cool. I'm done. And then I get in the room with you guys and I'm like, wow,
yeah,
I am broke. I don't know
yeah,
anything. And I'm only 21. I'm like, I thought I knew everything. I don't know anything. So
for sure.
awesome. Keep learning. Keep learning. And what was the question? I forgot it just that fast. The
Yeah,
entrepreneurial mindset. Facts. Like what you said. Keep learning and that risk taker. In fact, when we learned about entrepreneurs in school, and this is what kind of it's weird to say this now, but this is what kind of scared me away from being an entrepreneur when I was younger. It was they're like, all right, the
yeah,
entrepreneurs are the risk takers. That's what they taught us in school. That's all we learned about. But they're the risk takers. They're risking all these things in order to get the wins. And I'm like, all right, I don't want that. I want the security. Which one's the secure one? I'll take that one. But the risk taker and just jumping off the
yeah.
cliff, being able to take that leap of faith.
But
And of course, you're gonna fall
the
a
bigger the
lot,
risk,
but in taking
the
that leap
bigger
of
the
faith,
reward, you know?
you learn.
So you got to really
Amen.
ask yourself, like, what it costs
Amen.
you for you to not take that risk, you know? If I don't try this, if I
Facts.
don't take this risk, what it can cost you. And that could be anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. We've been looking at it the wrong way. We've been looking like, oh, I could do this, but ooh, if I don't make it. We've been looking at it
yeah,
like, if I don't,
exactly.
what if you do succeed? Right? Like, I'll use myself as an example. Hearing you guys talk about the
Mm,
car rental business and how successful you were, I was like, ooh, I could go and get these cars in my personal credit, which I know there's better ways I could do. I can go get these cars in my personal credit, but ooh, what if it fails? I'll end up in tremendous debt.
you
Or,
see
thank
it.
you, Jesus, I succeeded. I'm in it now. I succeeded. Now I'm having cash flow. I don't ever have to work. I don't have to work. Because, of course,
Exactly.
it's just me right now, but I don't have to work. What's the word we like to use? Financial
All your bills
freedom? I'm
are
financially
covered.
free. I don't
Exactly.
have to work anymore. Those are covered. I'm
Yeah,
financially free. And that was the upside of it. Had I'm looking at the downside of it, I probably would have never took the leap.
that's facts.
Wouldn't have jumped. Thank God we jumped. Uh, hmm. How can you turn failures into
Oh,
opportunities for growth in business?
at this point, I love failures. I don't love failures, but well,
I'm
hey,
saying,
before you just preface that question, I always get a mentor. That's number one, so you can learn from their failures.
uh,
But still, you're gonna have I'll just say instead of
Bars.
failures, I'll say you have rough patches when when you're in business, and it just those are all the learning
Facts.
opportunities. Like I've had stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Like I've had great success in the car rental business. I've done stuff like okay, let me rent out this
Mm.
car and I put a tracker in it. Now my car is 2 hours out and God knows where. Yeah, but it's like okay,
Ooh.
and I got the car back, thank God. But it's like okay, I learned from that. Learned from that failure,
Hey,
quote
man.
unquote failure, or rough patch. And guess what? Don't I get 2, 3 trackers
Uh,
every single car now? I don't never do that again. So they're all learning experiences. You can't get discouraged. I've had people trash
hey, man.
cars, all types of stuff. But now since I've had those quote unquote failures, really now everything is so smooth. Like
Mm.
all my people pay on time. Nobody really trash the cars. Nobody even try to steal the cars. Like so, they're just all
Facts.
learning experiences. You can't
Because
let
you know
those quote unquote failures hold you back.
facts.
Get a
Big facts. And I like the way
mentor,
you started
yes.
that too, with to
Mentor,
get a
mentor,
mentor.
mentor all
So you
day,
can learn
like whatever. You know,
mentor.
people, somebody that has that social proof, and then people complain about, oh well, I had to pay them XYZ money. Like just pay that money. Then people gonna beam you up. So yeah,
Just
yeah.
pay the money.
So
What is money? Crash. What is money? I love it. Like literally, I remember when I was getting ready to go on this trip and getting ready to see all you guys. This is before I even like met Mitch in person, met any of you. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be X amount," and I was like, "X?" I was like, "That much?" I was like, "Dang, that's a lot of money." It's not a lot of money at all, first of all, but also I wasn't looking at it in terms of the bigger picture, like how much money could be made. There
yeah,
again, looking at the downside rather than the upside. I've made my investment
yeah.
back like
It's
two
gonna
times
keep coming
over
back to you
now.
more and more and more. Like I
It's
started last summer, and it's still just been growing. Like from when I invested last summer with like signing up for the masterminds and Black Club, it's just still like it's growing, and I haven't even
mm,
reached the peak. Like it's crazy, just investing yourself in what it could do.
so right, and that is amazing to me. And I forget who made this comparison, but it's like, all right, if I told you if you want to get to
Yeah,
X, let's say you want to get to Walmart, and I go, okay, Walmart up the street, you could find Walmart, but it'd be a lot
exactly.
easier if I take you to Walmart because I've been before. I know, okay, yeah, you can go straight that way, but you gotta watch out for that ditch right there because you'll fall in that ditch. But I know that because I've been that way. You can learn from my failure. I've already
It's
fallen
a
in that ditch.
fact.
You don't have to. So it's
Absolutely.
have a mentor, and we don't. We
That's,
can have a whole.
yeah.
We could finish the rest of this talking about needed to because we don't
Last
stress
summer,
that enough.
cat.
Get you a
Yeah,
mentor,
yeah,
and I'm saying like part of it is a pride thing, or at least it was for
yeah,
me. Like help, I don't need no help. I
yeah.
figure
You
this
let
out on
that
my
pride
own.
go.
That's so stupid. That is take advantage. Take
You got to
advantage. Take
realize
advantage
there's
of this
people out
other
there who's
person's
already
knowledge.
doing what you want to do and living the lifestyle you know how to live. You want to live. So it's like, okay.
Right.
And that's something I never got about people. Like, why? Like, oh, no, I don't need that. Like, why don't you just learn from them? Especially if they're giving you the opportunity to. Like, okay, how did you do this? That's simple. And execution is
It's so
dealing with
simple.
that
It's
person, learn how they did it. They, what worked, what didn't work, and just executing what they did. It's that simple.
facts. Then go do it. And the thing about it is that ties
Yeah.
into what we were talking about earlier in your surroundings, who you surrounding yourself with. If you're listening to all this good teaching, and then you go hang out with these other people who also been listening to good teaching, these other go-getters, you're gonna wake up the next day. You're not gonna go, dang, that was cool what I learned yesterday. Let me not act on that. You're gonna see, dang, bro, got right to it this morning. He was up at 6. I'm up kind of late. He got right to the grind. Dang, he got on it too. You around go-getters, you're gonna want to go get it yourself. You're gonna want to grow too. So that's another thing. That's just in being like that. And I've kind of strayed
Oh,
away
you all,
from the failures, haven't I? That's
yeah,
my bad.
flowing.
But yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
just learning from right, and just learning from the failures, and don't let L
Oh yeah.
stay in L. Flip that L into a W. And I know it makes sense logically, but it's like you said, learn that lesson, and it's a W.
Oh yeah.
It
It comes to
becomes a
win.
win
Yes.
once you learn that lesson because you won't make right as long as you don't make that mistake again. Like let me put it into perspective. Here recently with my first renter, we were talking. We sat down in the car. I went over the contract with her and everything. And afterwards, I told her, I said, "Do you plan on going out of state with the vehicle?" And it's perfectly fine. I was learning. I'm learning too myself. But I was like, if she needs to go out of state, she can go out of state. We just need to establish that in the contract. But she said to me, "No, I won't be going out of state." So we finished the contract. She gets in the car. Not even an hour later, she is in Florida, in Georgia. I'm like, why? Why would she lie?
You knew.
And right then and there, he'll switch the car. I should have said, "Yep, you're gonna run me my 450 because that's in the contract. If you break the contract, you pay me for the whole, and I get my whip back." But I'm not. I'm like, I don't want to. First of all, I'm being lazy. I don't want to get another renter, which I didn't.
So
I don't know.
you
For
better
some
off
reason, I was
letting
thinking
it
that
sit right there for a few days and finding the right person. So it.
I'm saying right. Because now I'm dealing with problems with her now because I didn't do what I was supposed to do then. I should have took the whip back right then, but I didn't. I was like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing. And she's trying to be exactly who I thought she was gonna be. She lied first and foremost, so that should have been a red flag. Get your car back. But now I'm having other problems to deal with now because
okay, you've seen the red flags. Now when you see those red flags now,
right.
You're like, okay, no, I'm not gonna deal with this person. Instead of just saying like, oh, okay, I'm just trying to get this money. All right, she got some money. Like, nah, you don't see the red flags. You're like, no, I'm good. So it's still a win. It's still a win.
I'm it right. Exactly. It's a win now because I'll never fall for this again. Going forward, I'm gonna have. In fact, the very next renter, my new renter. I almost said his name. My new renter. I've only had 2 renters. He is by far the best. Bro, pay ahead of time first and foremost, and not only that, he keeps it. He's great at communicating. If anything changes, like, oh yeah, like I said, are you gonna be going out of state? He said, I don't think I will, but if I do, I'll definitely let you know. He let me know 3 days in advance. Not only that, we put it in the contract that he could go out of state, so he didn't have to let me know. He's already within his rights in the contract to go wherever he needs to go because that's what we agreed upon. He still called me and told me. Far better renter, and that's flipping that L into a W and learning from in the vetting process. It's all about flipping failures into growth. So yeah, that brought it back around. But all right, what strategies help you bounce back from challenges and build resilience? What strategies? Just give one because I know there's a ton that you can do right there. What strategies help you bounce back from challenges?
Knowing what to, like I said, back to the whole mentorship thing. Just already having that mentorship in place, so I know what to do when the hard time does come up, and then having to, if I do have questions, being able to go to that mentor. Okay, hey, this is going on. What do I do? That's the biggest. That's one of the biggest things because it's all fine and dandy until you're in that situation. You're like, man, what do I do? But if you already know what to do in that situation, XYZ having that mentor already place that already put you up on game, then it's like, okay, I can bounce back from this because again, I've been around somebody that's already been through this. So like when somebody stole my car, it was like,
amen.
Okay, yeah, I could have had the trackers in there, but okay, I know how to. I already have the insurance on here, and I just know what I need to do to follow up, just to get the car back, and for this not to happen again in the future. Even if you do still make a mistake with having a mentor, you just know next time, like, okay, I know it's implemented. So that got 2 to 3 trackers on all my cars.
Lesson learned. Yeah. W earned right there. Still that. That's mine. Lesson learned. W earned.
I like that.
I'm putting that on T-shirts now. But facts though, I'm gonna stop piggybacking off you because you're literally taking away all the good answers. So you said mentor. Man, you got to stop. I'm just piggybacking off what you say. I'm gonna say community. Since you said mentor, which is the same thing, but I'm gonna say community. Literally, I met a dude. In fact, I say I met a dude. I know you already. I'm gonna use you as an example. If I've ever had a question or a problem throughout this whole process, I've just been able to hit you up, and that's simply because we're in the same community. We're both trying to grow, and also out of the kindness of your heart, you've been like, "Yeah, I'll help him out," and you've been able to give me. Same thing with Cat's in the live. If I go, oh yeah, you just do this, and I wouldn't have any access to that if I wasn't going out of my way, if I wasn't getting out of my comfort zone and getting into a community of people who have the same goals as I do. People, and especially since you guys are further ahead than I am, is that much sweeter. Also, that you guys want to help. That community is mad important. So yeah, that's awesome.
Everything. So
mental.
Yeah.
Hey,
everything, bro. It really is. I mean, that's what life is about. It's people. You just gotta make sure you have the right people around you.
Amen. Facts. All right. How can you negotiate effectively? Whoa, we're gonna skip that one. That one is crazy. I use ChatGPT. I don't know if you get for these questions, and it got kind of crazy with that one.
What's up, Jazz? How you doing?
Mm.
No, go ahead.
Okay, how do positive affirmations shape your mindset and contribute to success? Positive affirmations.
Um, just with the positive affirmations, I would just say, just like I said, you have that belief in you, so you just
But
have the belief you can do whatever you're trying to do. So if you have that negative mindset, then you're not going to believe it. It's just simple as that, you know?
facts. We are what we think we are.
Yeah,
Earl Nightingale. A man becomes what he thinks about.
that's
So much,
facts.
so much you have to say it twice. A man becomes what he thinks about. So, and as far as positive affirmations go, I don't know if this counts, but I've set the bar extremely high for myself. In fact, you guys have already set the bar extremely high for me. And seeing all the success you guys have had, I'm like, dang, I want to catch up. And of course, that's human nature. I want to catch up with you guys. So what I've done, and as far as positive affirmations go, is I've set a ridiculous goal for myself. I have 2 cars right now,
Yeah.
but on my in my bathroom, I took a marker and I wrote the number 50, huge. So every time I go to the bathroom, it's first thing in the morning when I go in the bathroom, that's the first thing I see is that huge 50, and that's my goal. At the end of the year, I want to be at 50
Mm-hmm.
cars. I know it's a high goal, but in setting that goal, it gets me excited.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm gonna be a little disappointed if I'm aiming for 50 and I hit 25, but not too disappointed because that's
Yeah.
25 cars. That's a success.
Yeah.
Even though I can't hit that goal, but it's just, and that positive affirmation keeps me going. It gets me excited. Like you're gonna get 50 cars. Just saying that out loud. I felt kind of weird, but like just saying it out loud, it gets me like, dang, yeah,
You can believe it. It's all belief and confidence.
right,
It's rooted.
right.
It's the root.
I can do it, and it goes back to like the visualizing
Visualization. Yeah.
that we
Visualize.
talked
Yeah.
about earlier,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
seeing like, dang, I know it's possible. I've seen people do this. That also helps with me saying I can get to 50. Not only do I already have confidence in myself, like I can get to 50, yeah, that builds confidence. But then I look across the street and I see someone who has 50 cars because that's the community I'm surrounding myself in. I'm like, yeah, I can get to 50 cars. And so that just builds up all the more. Let me see.
Facts.
These getting kind of crazy though, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. How can you shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset in business?
You said from a scarcity mindset to abundance mindset.
Like from like, dang, ain't enough for us all to eat around here. Like, there's no way we can all be in the same city and succeed. To
Sometimes
like,
you just gotta. Well, it depends on where you at. You know, if you're in a city that it depends on If you're in a city that has that mindset, then you just gotta get out of that. Or it doesn't have to be the city, just the environment. You just gotta get out of that for sure.
like literally, here recently, I was riding around in one of my rental cars before I rented it out with one of my friends, and he said to me, I had to repent of this like immediately because I felt bad immediately for having to start. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, I want to start rental cars too," and he's my roommate, so we would be in the same. And my initial thought was, "Ooh, dang, that's competition."
No.
Rather than me, dang, we can both be eating because literally, I'm having a surplus of demand. I'm having to turn away 5 people a day for these cars. I only have 2 cars. I like a waiting list that's 70 people long. Rather than me not being able to eat off these 70 people that's coming to me for cars, I could easily go, oh, I don't have anything available, but my roommate has all these cars available. Y'all go shop with him. He throw me some money on the back end.
Exactly.
I'm in scarcity rather than abundance. I'm thinking competition rather than.
It's all about working together, really. Like I said, it goes back to what I said before. It's just like life is about people. So he brings something that you can't bring, and vice versa. So y'all working together, it might just be him. He might be the people person and just knows how to deal with the people the better way. You might be the technical person and know how to get the numbers in order and all that matters. So
I'm right. We should be thriving together rather than going at each other's throats. When we're both losing out that way, we could be growing together.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all facts.
Facts. I like I'm a big anime guy. This is one from Vinland Saga. Okay. You have no enemies.
No.
And the only you have, like, if there is an enemy, it's because they don't want to be your friend. You will never see someone not work with me because I didn't want to work with them. It'll be facts. I don't want to work with him. Because I'm gonna be friendly to work with everybody.
Yeah.
I won most at my high school. That's not even a thing.
Man.
How you be most friendliest?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a. I'm not gonna allow that to stop my growth. That I saw him as a competitor rather than a friend.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason we can't all grow together. Also, that reminds me, I'm gonna have you share a story from recent here at the end.
Okay.
Uh, if you don't mind, and I know you dropped like a ton of knowledge on me out there in Puerto Rico, and I was like, dang,
Yeah. What
I
you
was
want
gonna.
to know? Quick. Let's give some people some gems. What go ahead.
All right, bet.
You said the story.
Pat, go ahead, share one. Share any
No.
one of
Now
them.
which one to hear? There was so many just sauce in Puerto Rico, like
You told me about how you got the Tesla, which was already a huge thing for me.
yeah.
And then you told me about a repo that you had did. You can tell either one of them or any one of the hundreds of stories you have. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's give the people some sauce.
Put some
I
sauce
actually
in.
got a few Teslas now. So the best way to get the Teslas, really, I mean, you can finance it yourself. That's cool. But it's a lot of people out here who don't want their car anymore, or just they might be having some life changes or something of that nature. So you
Thanks.
could take their car and do what's called a joint venture. So I have a neighbor, right? He moved from
That's all.
LA and he moved to New York, right? He was here in LA, he moved to New York. He had a Tesla, it's a nice Tesla, dual motor, 2021, long range. He's like, do you want to rent this out? I'm like, sure. Instantly rent it out. So he's making money for one of my classmates in my acting class. I'm an actor too.
Yes, sir.
He heard about the business, and he's like, all right, I'm about to go buy 2 Teslas right now. So, like I said, if you want to get into car rental business, I would just say no. I would say yeah, just that's one of the best ways is the joint ventures for
Facts.
sure.
Amen.
Just partner up with somebody that has a car, and if you're not trying to, if you don't have the financial investment, if you have the social capital, you have people that rock with you.
Facts.
That's one great way to get in and rent their car out. And y'all both make bread.
I'm saying it's beautiful. You ain't got to deal with no bank.
No
You got to
bank.
worry about no loan on your name.
None of that. It's all, and you make sure they're good, of course, as far as whoever car you renting out. But you don't
Facts.
have to deal with none of that, which is great.
What'd you say it was? If you said what social
The joint, yes, yeah, your social currency. So I mean, you don't just have to have financial currency. You can have $0 in your account, but know a bunch of people that rock with you,
Facts.
and that's money right there in the bank.
Go off your strengths. Go off your strengths right there. That's a bar. I've been running a lot of people who they're like, oh yeah, I would like to have a car, but my credit's not where it's at. And that's where joint venturing would come in as a huge help under them because they have credit to go and get these loans, these crazy, I can't be doing all this, or I don't want to do all this. People.
Yeah.
People will, there you go. Of course,
Facts.
how trust facts. Amen. Now, tell me a repo story. Please tell me a repo story. I love to hear it.
Okay, I gotta tell you the repo story.
Yeah, repo.
I get a repo story. I never had to repo a few people. Not lately. Oh yeah. Oh man. Now I remember. That's the main one. This is why I don't do credit cards anymore. Main fact. So I had somebody, I learned so much from this repo. So I had somebody who was paying me every day through Stripe, $59 a day, $59 a day, $59 a day. Boom. So I'm like, cool, the money coming in, I'm earlier on in the game. I keep on making all this money. So then one day I go to my Stripe account. I was supposed to actually go to the mastermind in Atlanta right before, but I'm like, let me look at my Stripe account real quick. And then all I see was dispute on Stripe. So if people don't know the dispute process, they're gonna take all that money. Cause say somebody paid with a credit card, they're gonna take all that money.
Facts.
I can't do business. So I have to literally just find that person.
Bro.
So I had so much, self-restraint. It's just like, man, somebody just up here just messing over your business. And the person's still in my car doing this dispute, So, but then, like I said, even with that repo, I still was able to win the chargebacks. So it's all good.
But bro, walk me. But hey, thank God you won them chargebacks though. No cap. How much ooh, don't share that. Never mind. But like, okay, when
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
repo a car, when you
yeah.
getting ready, okay, now this is just me. I got a wild imagination. I'm envisioning a ski mask. I don't know why. It's your car,
Oh yeah,
but
I definitely go.
you ski mask
I,
up
I,
there.
don't, I don't put the ski mask on, but I'll repost somebody and like I'm real slick with it. I'll go at like that one. I didn't repost 3, 4 in the morning. That was just like midday. But I'll go 3, 4 in the morning and go get the car. Like, and I'll still peep out the situation. Like, okay, there's a little too sketchy around here.
Right.
But I'll go 3, 4 in the morning. Most people they sleep around there.
Facts.
But I am working right now to actually to get a like a repo team.
For
But I've
sure.
been having such good customers that I haven't needed. But you always want to have those things line up. So I'm just gonna have
Facts.
somebody just do my repos for me.
Facts. Hey man, hey, I was telling my mom about that, like that, as that was one of the dangers. As I was like telling her about getting into car rentals, she was like, "Yeah, don't do that. Pay somebody to go get that back.
Yeah,
Don't."
just pay. And that's another thing. You ain't got to do everything by yourself. Just pay. You can pay people to do that stuff. So it's people that's their profession is to repo the
Facts.
car. So it's just easier just to outsource. Outsource and just pay somebody to do it.
Facts. At the same time, there's that part of me that's like, all right, that kind of sounds fun, but I'm not even gonna risk it though. I'm not even gonna risk it. It's like,
It's a little. You gotta tone down you gotta. I feel you, but you just gotta like, all right, let me just think about safety. So,
facts.
yeah.
Facts, though, bro. Oh man, I can't imagine. And the thing about it is, it makes me kind of like, I'm not angry about it. I know you're not angry about it either, because at the end
Nah.
of the day, you're gonna take a win somehow out of this whole
Yeah,
situation.
you can't take in business. You can't take it too personal. You're gonna lose. So you just got to keep stuff as black as white as possible. For real.
Facts.
So even like
So like,
if I repost somebody, like you can't. A lot of people they'll. And I try to work with people. I try to be a compassionate person, but you can't let it. At the same time, you can't let people play you, right?
right,
So you can't let the get delinquency go for going on too long. So anything past 2 days for me is damn near a wrap. Unless I like it, case by case. But yeah.
facts, bro. That's still mind blowing to me. I haven't had to do that yet, so that's still
Yeah.
like,
Just always have that spare key. Just have that spare key, and yeah, have that spare key at least, very least.
and going back to what you said earlier about like learning from other people's mistakes, I literally only, like, when I went to go buy my first car, I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, let me get a spare key. The only reason I had in mind, yeah, let me get an extra key, was because you said to me, always get a spare key, and then told
Always, you will play yourself if you don't have a spare key.
me you
And you know
gotta have,
what's funny? It's like Murphy's Law with this. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So it'd be like, that's why I'm gonna skip the extra key, and that'd be the one car you got to repo.
I'm saying,
And now God is like, I told you to get the extra key, and now you got to pay
bro,
the key man, the locksmith, to reprogram the whole car, another key, and you pay $500 for it. So just another big just gem. Just be thorough all across the board with your business. So
facts,
have them at least 2 to 3 keys, just everything, the trackers, just be thorough. Just don't cut corners.
facts, facts. It'll pay off dividends in the long
Yeah,
run.
it'll pay off. Yeah, you actually lose more money doing it half-ass.
Facts.
You lose more.
Amen. Ain't no reason to have to do nothing at all. I told you I wasn't gonna hold you too long, and I feel like you provided ample value,
For
raining down
sure.
a million. I got a couple more chat GBT, but I'm not gonna really. I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna, I just want you to give in closing. Also, let me give you a shout out right quick. My bad, man. Y'all go follow my man King Kill with the gems. Y'all can obviously see he knows a ton more about car rentals, and if you're trying to get into car rentals, if you're just interested in making money, go follow my boy. He always doing something, posting more. He gonna be posting frequently here. He said he go live at least once a week. Go check him out for sure. And I
Same.
appreciate it again, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Talk
For
soon.
sure. Well, with that, my first live has come to a close. I feel like it was a ton of gems, more than enough for you to feast on and think about. I should have really had y'all take notes, but I hope you was taking notes, at least mental notes, and just gathering all the information that just came. Because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I was so caught up in the conversation, I don't remember everything we talked about. However, I do have it in my head somewhere because this is stuff I'm living this stuff. I'm not like letting it go in one ear and out the other. And even if it does, I'm gonna repeat this again tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up and educate again. So I'll be like, oh, I read that yesterday. Let me keep that. Oh, I remember this from yesterday. I'm gonna keep that. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate the support, the love. I hope I get to show y'all some of the same love. If you would like to be on one of these calls, as you can see, I'm just starting out. I'm very new to it. So if you're afraid of messing up, don't be afraid to mess up. I've messed up a million times this call alone. If you feel like doing this with me in the future, I'd be glad to have you on. Let's chop it. Thanks everybody for coming. I'll talk to y'all later.